See my coffee and everything. Hi, Gemini. How you doing? It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I just got an itchy nose, so that might mean someone in your family, an ancestor, is around right now. If I get itchy. So, Happy New Year, especially since this is a January reading. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, and whatever you might celebrate in your culture or spirituality at this time. So I have it all laid out for you. I'm going to get into it. I've had a kind of a look at it too at first to see what's going on. So the underlying energy here is you've been holding on to something, okay? Something you're having a hard time separating from or letting go of. And you've also been preserving yourself in some way, I think. But there is something else waiting for you, out here, and you're having a hard time separating yourself or letting go of something here in the past. And but it's your time to grow at this time. This also could be about working in an institution or for government or hospital or some sort of place like that, where and there it could be a time of growth for you if you're willing to go through that. Look out into that sunshine and change your view, perhaps. And because part of this is to think about yourself. I think that you could this holding on to something could be a person or a situation or something like that. And so you're taking care of yourself, doing self-care, making decisions for you at this time. It's not selfish, it's thinking of yourself and being able to um, gain some balance in your life and some knowledge out of the situation. It was a learning experience for sure. So that's the underlying energy. In the past, I can see that you could have had a health condition, some of you, or a situation at work where you kind of drew a line again, standing up for yourself. And it doesn't have to be aggressive, it can just be assertive, saying, no, or this is what I'm going to do, kind of thing. And this transports you through a doorway of some sort where it's a decision time. This could be at the beginning of January or happening right now. And there's been some sort of decision that you need to make, and that's to let something go. Again, with the world, we're needing to end a chapter in our lives and move on to something new. And so if it's a physical condition or a health condition, you have to realize that the time is now. Change is happening whether you want to or not. And in some ways, this is standing up for yourself, demanding change. Saying no, I'm not. Or this is what I'm going to do. In a more positive aspect. Yeah, because there's been something challenging in your life where nobody agrees, or there's sort of some disputes, and it's not literally physically fighting, it's disagreeing, not having the same opinion or the same way to move forward. um, and so it's kind of divided the situation, and where you've come to a point where you need to make a choice whether you want to, I think, stay there at all or move on, because the chariot also suggests travel, moving on to something else, because of, like, and I think nobody's really seeing the point here, but it just gets too caught up in the disagreeing. So you're finally getting ready to pick a side, after difficulty. Again, you have card of choice here with the lovers. There's a choice here, and it's going to bother you to make it. You probably will have some regrets over this decision, but I think that you're realizing you're not satisfied in it. There's something that is not fulfilling, or it's a part time, or it's under the table, or it's could be an actual relationship too, where there's too much arguing, there's limitations, there's a border there, and it's disappointing, but some cups have been spilled and you realize you need to move on your way. So this is either a work situation, it could be home too, family not getting along, something like that. But it's definitely time to make a choice. Okay, you're making a choice, and because there's dissatisfaction, and because you're wanting you see something else, another possibility, you're wishing that it could be another way. And so it's hard for you to see this, but you're going to move on from this situation. You're starting to see the light, you're holding the swords anyway, and it's some communication. I think there's an issue there, but coming to the present, which is like the second week of January, or after the situation, you still have confusion, maybe during the new moon or the full moon, about a relationship. Okay. And it doesn't mean there's actually anything happening, but there's some sort of confusion again about which way to go. And should I follow my heart, should I follow my head? You're tossing about this relationship with someone you think is the one, or thought is the one. It looks like a closer relationship than work, but it still could be work. Anyway, you are changing how you think about this now. Okay. And you're deciding to take a different approach, and I think move on to some new things, whether it's new work or just deciding you're going to live this way. And it's cause for celebration. The Temperance card, it could be to do with the Sagittarius, doesn't have to, but this is more about personal growth, and realizing your path that you need to take, and it is steps up. You're improving, growing, evolving as a person, and realizing what you're trying to create in your own life, and that you need to do that if you want it. So it's a really different energy than above it. You can see you're really changing how you feel, how you approach things, and this is successful for you. So you could have something to celebrate, literally, that has changed in your life. Okay. You're deciding to have more balance, because back here, you're not happy with how it's going. So then the high priestess, is really about following our instincts. This is how we feel in our gut, not necessarily what the evidence says, that you can feel it, and you're feeling like it's a time for new things. You want to move on to new, possibly business ventures, creative ventures. The page is taking action, and the page takes action by communication to begin with, to talk about the possibilities of growth in this new thought pattern or career objective, or whatever you're taking steps on to create. Sometimes this is a home, sometimes this is a business, or who you do business with, or a creative idea if you're a creative person. So you've got this feeling that you want to try this, go for this, begin it in some way. And then you have two absolute success cards. Like the magician has the capability, he has the knowledge, the skills, the experience, and the motivation, you know, to make this idea happen. And so with the sun is success. It's also mending fences too. It's joy and happiness, and like things are coming together. They're coming together, and things are starting to create. The magician takes an idea and turns it into something. He takes that next step because he's got it all figured out. Then in the near the end of January or thereabouts, Ace of Wands. This is an extremely good card. It not only has the sun shining above, making anything grow, but there's also ready to take a risk on to a new area, a new path. The deer is deciding there's no growth here. I'm going to die if I stay over here. So is ready to take the leap over there, take a chance, move on to where there's growth and move on to something new, because something is getting stagnant about the past. And with the Nine of Pentacles, this is, again, this is someone who's proud of their achievement, recognizes that they are skilled and talented and perfectly capable of pulling this off. This is feeling secure. There may be a reduction in communication at this point. It may be taking a time to be in retrospect and feel confident you don't need others as much. You're feeling independent. You could also be very single at this point. There's a part of you that still feels kind of defensive, though, about the past. Like, we don't get over the past in the snap of a finger. It takes time, but you're stepping out of that era and into this new era, and you're just at the ace, And in these cards here, it can say you're still a little defensive, and you know what you want now. Okay, you know what you want. You're clear. You're on the table. I'm not saying it twice if you didn't understand me, kind of thing. I feel like you're being direct. Okay. So then the King of Wands and the Four of Wands. So the King of Wands is master of taking action on something, knows exactly when and how to do it, feels complete confidence. Like, this is really confident, motivated person that is, very skilled. Okay, he's so confident. His shield is leaning against his chair. It's not in front of him to protect him in any way. You've grown a lot in this time, and so you're ready for stability. You're ready for perhaps a new relationship, or getting back closer to family again, or something, or a place that makes you feel good, in the possibilities of growth again. But this is very stable growth. These are new foundations you're laying, and you're taking it from the where was it? I'm sure there was the ace. I'm bringing it to the fore. I knew there was a smaller wand here somewhere. Yeah, and bringing it to the fore. So you're wanting stability in your life, happiness, maybe family, settling down, creating building new foundations in your life. Okay. And then the Chariot. You got the Chariot twice in your reading here. And so again, it's ready to take action. It's swift action, actually. It's very quick. And all of a sudden, it's like one day you think this way and the next day you think that. It's just that fast and you change your mind and you pick what you want to do here. You realize what you want to do and you take swift action on it. And again, the Chariot is hard won victory. It's very victorious, but it's hard won. It's not like you just snap of the fingers and you got something. You had to work at this. You had to go through things. You had to make tough decisions. And but now you're following your heart with the Knight of Cups. So following your heart, and maybe this was the hard choice. Am I going to follow my heart or my head? I think I said that back here somewhere. So, you know, it's you've decided to follow your heart at this time. What feels good for you? What do I want to do? Not what I should do, not what they want. You're you're following your heart. Okay. This also could have to do with this person, this single person back here, and the wanting to settle down and following your heart. You also could be expressing your feelings, taking chances, and saying, I'm just going to tell them, and they'll say yes or no. I don't care. I've really got to say how I feel. So that could be taking action with your heart. So in the cartomancy, so it looks like, yeah, there's some sort of separation here, and it could be in your home. You could be moving out from someone, maybe family, maybe friend, maybe someone you love, but something's not working out, and so there's separation. It says with the Queen of Clubs, which could be a friend, and or she usually has brown or hazel eyes, could be a him too, and could have brown hair. um, she's the friend. She's usually supportive. She's usually fair and reasonable. Hi, Helene. Hi, Lotus. And so there's some sort of separation from this person because something's not working out. Okay. I just got a feeling one person's messy and the other person is not. They're very clean and everything has a place. And, I got a kind of a messy feeling, but it could be more serious than that. Coming in to January, like I said, maybe the first week or second week of January, there is an ending of a relationship here, or a relationship maybe that had ended in the past. And this is with the King of Spades. He was single, not by choice, didn't want to be single, and could have a little bit of carrying a little bit of something from that. Maybe felt rejection or something like that, but something better is going to turn out in this relationship. I think friendship at the very least, something is going to improve. Um, this person may come back and propose, or you might be thinking of that, taking it to another level, but it was something that came to an end. That it has a good ending in some way. And it's someone. This person could be kind of abrupt, in how they talk. They're, you know, they call they calls them as they sees them. They don't really put their heart in everything they say, and so it's kind of direct. But anyways, it's something's going to improve in that situation. Um, so there's some sort of money talk that's going to please you, make you happy. You may be getting a gift. This is could be from a source. Oh, I want to say too, there's another possibility um in this thing here. And I like to be honest, tell you everything. There is a possibility that someone passes away, okay, that is a widower already, perhaps passes away, and there is something coming to you from this situation. But like I said before, it also could have had been an relationship that ended in the past. But because the ace is right beside the king, now there isn't a nine of spades, which would have meant funeral for sure. So, but this is something good coming out of this for you. Okay, so like I said, there's something, some sort of money talk that is going to be a gift, possibly sentimental, but is also worth something, or you're hearing about that you're getting it. Um, and it's a gift of love. It's appreciation. It could be um, it's just something you really appreciate, but I think you hear about it before you get it. In your work pile, I think there's going to be some sort of talk at work. Now, what I want to tell you about the next few piles is that you take a moment before you making a decision or a choice. So you stop and you think about things first, whether it's work, what your security situation, material situation is. Um, I feel like yelling at my niece. She's making so much noise right now. Oh my God. Um, so this is you could be talking to someone at work, okay? This I think is a friend or relative, someone you feel close to. You might be hearing something about things are slowing down, or um, someone could be taking a break at work. But this is someone you care about, you or they're talking to you about working something out, perhaps. But anyway, whatever it is, it's going to be something that develops in a good way, like you're able to work it out somehow in a fair way, whatever it is. I don't think it's any trouble. I think it's just, I'm not sure what. It could be your situation where you're living, something like that. But this person wants to help for sure. If it's not at home, it's at work. Again, you are pausing. So this is more of a financial situation. Again, this is financial growth for you in some way in the new year. But again, you're taking a pause. It could be an opportunity too, an opportunity that grows. But it's through this King of Diamonds. And the King of Diamonds is usually an older man, could be a woman too. This person usually has gray or white hair. They also could have green eyes, maybe a bit of strawberry or red in their hair. But they're mature, they're smart, they've been around. This person could be financially successful, or at least growing some sort of business, perhaps, or is the boss of some sort of business, and it's growing for sure. But as I said, there's forethought before the action with this person, and this is kind of how others are seeing you, how you think about things, you strategize, you figure out how you're going to go at it and to achieve a better result. You got a lot of people around you. There's a lot of individuals around you, I can see. And I think most of them are positive. All right. In the foundation, so it looks like this is someone around work or a couple around work. Could be a couple, could be the owners or around something creative that you do, but it says the work site here. This is usually single, not by choice, so they could maybe just work together, or she is divorced and this person is in love. They're smitten. So there could be going on something going on between these two people at work. This could One of these people could be you. um, so yeah, so this is how it started. This is the foundation and why everything else is going on now. Okay, so this has already happened. I think your surprise that you're not expecting is that, and okay, so there's some sort of gathering I think you go to, or I think you're around friends or celebrating, could be Christmas, New Year's, could be after that into January, where there is something really good going to happen. Really good. So you are going to be successful, happy, feeling on top of the world. And it's could be to do with these people around you as well, because you're very happy. I feel like there's more than one, and you're just feeling like a successful, happy person, like you've achieved and accomplished what you've wanted to. But the thing is, I think you're surprised about it. Like it comes as a surprise that you're able to do that, complete that, achieve that, get that. And I think it's happiness and financial success in some way for you. So, but like I said, you're not exactly expecting all that, because they're both tens, and then the best tens. So, wow, Gemini, this is really something going on, eh? Oh, I see, Helene. Well, that it says so. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you very much. Because also two tens usually mean a move to me. You're moving. Okay, so this is completing, successful, something, and also happier. You're going from, I think, a place you liked or loved, or and to another place. This one you might feel a bit more independent. And with the fours, usually stability. It could be the home. I think a lot of fours are home because it's when you stop. And because I think you might like where you are, but it really suggests you're moving on to something that you're just as happy in. And for different reasons, though, you're happy there for different reasons. So I'm glad you brought that up, because two tens is usually moving, and you're going to be pleased about it. That's for sure. So wow, what a reading, you guys. So really turning things around, how you think about something, how you approach things, your whole frame of mind. You have everything it takes to accomplish this, go in this direction, get it done, doing the things for yourself at this point, what you want, what's right for you and good for you. And you're not trying to hurt anybody or let anybody down, but you got to do things for yourself now. You know what I mean? You can't. I don't think you want that responsibility, and that's maybe where you're kind of drawing your line. It's like, no, I can't. Doesn't have to mean it's like super aggressive. Like it just can mean you have to decide for yourself. Now, this is for what's better for me, happier for me. You're following your heart. All right. Very interesting. So I hope this resonates for you. You can let me know in the comments. And I really hope you enjoy the new year. My February videos might be a bit late. I'll be away. And then I don't get back till the end of the month. And so I may be a bit late with my February videos. Anyway, Happy New Year! Bye now.